Ah, what up? Planet Hank live show. Boom! Look who I'm here with. Motherfucking Nighthawk. Matt Denning. What up, son?
I put it as Nighthawk because I'm gonna call you Midnight and you have to call me Nighthawk. I just love the
here
step.
we go. We
I
got
just love
the
the Step
fucking
Brothers
wolf pack.
reference.
Huh?
Yeah. At first, I was the lone wolf in my wolf pack. Now there's two of us.
Yes. Now we're taking over. Everybody fucking loves this guy. All right. So for people who don't know who this is, Matt Denning is a fucking New England-based, Maine-based fighter. He's an MMA fighter. He fought last night at NEF up in Maine, bud, with the Mooses and the Bald Eagles and the fucking Salmon with no L and fucking everything.
It was at Topsum's Point in Portland too, so it was like right on the ocean. It was like the most Maine thing you could have. There was like 6 food trucks. We were underneath this big pavilion. It was outdoors. There was like 800 porta potties on the back.
Was it too hot? Was it hot as fuck?
It was the nicest breeze.
It was
the nicest temperature. Everyone had a good. It was so to talk. I'll give you a little rundown, a little recap of the NEF from last night. The first fight of the night, 2 amateur kids, a guy that's got a losing record from Central Maine Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, 0-2, fights some stud kid from Nostos MMA, and they put on a banger of the first fight of the evening.
The first fight? Yeah.
It was just they went, I believe it went the distance, and the kid won by decision from Nostos. It was just the way to start off the night of fights. And then boom, one after another, first round finishes, first round finish.
Nice.
Big subs, big KOs. Jonas Ryerson put kid out in like 10 seconds. Big right hand right across the chin bone. Night, it's all she wrote. I used to train out of Central Maine Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so I like to follow the guys from that gym that are still actively competing.
What about the ring girl?
She has a twin sister too. Just so you know, there's 2 of them.
That's my girl right there. All right.
I've actually known her for a long time and have followed her modeling career. She's just a friendly girl. When you meet her, you just, especially if you've been around MMA as long as I have, you meet a lot of ring girls, and not a lot of them can even have a conversation with them.
Yeah, I know.
We had a ring girl for NEF one time that came out after a kid got knocked out and was walking around with a round 2 sign, and the fight was over.
Like, fucking, hey, Greedy, the fight is over. He's dead, okay? The dude is dead. There's no round 2, but nobody wants to say nothing. They just let her keep walking around.
There's a doctor with a light in the kid's eyes, like, trying to get him to wake up, and she's just like, round 2.
Yeah, everybody's just like, woo!
It made her famous though. Like, she went on like a talk show and everything because of it. She got like a bazillion. It went viral all over the internet, obviously, but it got more attention than when if you follow MMA, Keegan Hornstra got spinning heel kicked twice by Bruce Boyington.
Yeah.
And that was like a viral thing. And I'm like, man, I really want them to fight again because I think Keegan can beat him now.
Not even as big of a deal as round 2 girl. Fucking round 2 girl. Internet sensation.
Yeah. You get a big series of fights, and you always remember like the amateur that makes his debut and he pukes for like 45 minutes after.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's still pissed at me up there for that one where the guy pissed. Remember he pissed in there?
Oh, yeah.
He pissed and I made the video and fucking, oh, my God. Every single fucking gym in all of New England and fucking Maine are all like, how dare you fucking put a fucking. I was like, what do you mean? How dare I put a video of a kid pissing? He pissed in the fucking cage. I've watched MMA for 25 years. I've never seen nobody piss. A full piss.
I was about right. Like, my opponent's walkout song was playing and he was walking to the cage, and they opened up a fire exit door one time and held my banner out so I could piss on the sidewalk in Connecticut because I had to piss.
Like, bro, I gotta go.
I went out.
I'm either going to piss in the cage or piss right out this door. So it's a big deal. You can't fight no MMA when you got to piss.
Get clicked. Yeah, exactly. You get kicked in the stomach and fucking piss
Kicked
everywhere.
in the stomach, or if you got an arm bar and you're fucking pulling it right on your nuts, bro. No. So you won last night.
Yeah, I fought Brian Costco, kid from Massachusetts. He made his pro debut, and then he posted a status last night saying that he was like, this is probably my last fight. I'm like, bro, that's your first pro fight. You gotta go back. You gotta go get some W's. Like, I'm not a slouch. I'm a hard, tough fight for anyone to take. Don't be upset.
You're kind of crazy, bro.
Bro, I stunt ride Harleys now. That's what I'm getting ready to. So my thing is, I'm trying to go into the acting world. I know I've met some pretty big name people along the way in my MMA career. Randy Couture being one of them, and he did great.
There we go.
He did great things, but like, I really want to fucking work with Frank Grillo. He's a savage. He's a badass dude. He's in amazing shape in general, but even like he's got to be in his 40s. He's an older guy.
Bro, I got to get you. See, I'm a film student. I got to get you in on it then, because I make films and do shit all the time, and this is my secret.
I got a buddy up here in Maine that's in film, and we're shooting a promotional video for my next fight on Wednesday at Diamond's Gentlemen's Club in Bangor.
All right. Okay.
I'm a pretty intelligent person, not gonna lie, when it comes to networking and shit. And so I started my own nonprofit called V Twin Sin, and I'm looking for twin models. Bum bum bum. We know a pair.
Yo,
I haven't the ring girl.
What's her name again? I totally forgot her name.
The hell is her name? It's like Catherine.
Oh yeah, it is Kat. You're right. It's Catherine. Her last name is fucking
what? And then there's her sister's name, something close to that too.
Yeah, but it's Kat. It's Kat. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Kitty Cat on fucking Instagram.
Yeah. But I have my own logo. I got it on my truck, but I got a V twin heart tattoo. I'm all about the motorcycle life. Got my nice Harley Davidson helmet right here.
I know. I've seen the videos of you fucking so everybody doesn't know what we're talking about. This guy's a fucking nut. Okay, he reminds me of Cowboy Cerrone. Like, he'll be out here. Oh, I got a fight coming up tonight, and then you look over and he's got a fucking like full ass, not even a little Harley, like big ass street glides, fucking doing donuts, jumping them, burnouts with like Camaros and shit. Like, let's fucking get a Camaro and jump in.
Trans Am.
Or a Trans Am and slam it into a fucking, all of it. It's fucking nuts.
So during the pandemic, I started flipping cars. I was going on market.
and you mean flipping them by selling them, not rolling them.
Yeah, I have a couple buddies that are really good mechanics, and I would run them through the shop, see what they needed for work, and I would detail them myself. That's what got me into detailing cars. Well, along the way, you run into some cool cars. Like, I've been able to own some cool vehicles that I just wanted to own, fix, clean, sell. But that Trans Am that I had would light the tires, and I wanted to be a stuntman in film. Like, during the pandemic, I found out how many
you still can, motherfucker.
I'm going to, but I was 260 pounds, bro. I had a big beer belly. My wife loved it. Like, I'm like, I can't be an actor with that.
No.
I'm like, so I was like, I'll take a fight. A fight will get me back in shape. Now I'm in shape. Like, I got abs. Like, I need to be in shape to throw my body around so I can do that. Now you're ready. Shit. I can't be doing that when I'm fat. So I was like, and then Donald Cerrone, actually retired from MMA, went into acting, and I'm like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the MMA right now to keep me in good shape, keep the ball rolling, keep the money coming through. And I need to talk to people like you that have a nice podcast going, getting your name out there. I'm getting my name out there.
Yeah, bro.
And I need to make some promotional videos, show them the crazy shit that I'm doing. Like, no one takes a $40,000 street glide and then cuts it up so that they can wheelie it.
Yeah.
And
this is what I'm talking about. You're definitely do it, and you definitely spend all the money to do it, and you have the balls to fucking send it. Fucking,
full send.
He definitely has the balls. Like, that part that's a check mark, bro. You do the crazy shit. See, in the Marine Corps, we call this shit, we call it stupid human tricks, okay? And we always try to, it's like a competition. You get trapped out somewhere and there's nothing to do. Bro, let's come up with some shit, okay? And who can do the best shit, you know?
My best friend is why I can do what I can do, because he's better than me on a motorcycle. He's the guy that's like, this is how you do this. This is how you do this. We were in a parking lot for like 4 hours trying to wheelie our bikes. And my bike was set up easy. I was being able to pop it up way easier before him. His bike wasn't set up to wheelie. He was on a stock Sportster. Completely stock. And then one day we were driving down the street, a main street, and he just tried to clutch it up, and there it was. That's all she wrote. And now
that's the first one we needed, bro.
Yep. And now he's got suspension and everything, and it's all set up for it. But I think right now we got 8 Harleys between the two of us.
Holy fuck.
I think I got 5, he's got 3. Or I got 6 and he's got 2. I don't remember.
You got too many.
Like, bro, for real. Like, I have one that my dad has that I don't even really think about because, like, my old man's just borrowing it. And then I got one that's still in the shop being set up to wheelie. And then I got 3 here. So I got 5 and he's got 2. So we got 7.
You ever thought about doing bare knuckle boxing? You're pro. What's your pro record?
In boxing or what?
MMA or either.
So I'm 0-1 boxing.
Yeah.
I made my pro boxing debut against one of my best friends, and it was the best experience of my life. And I fought 3 times in 3 weeks. I fought every weekend 3 weeks in a row. And Sean Lally, I just located my middle finger, and it's still fat as shit to this day.
Sean Lally?
Yeah, he's a beast anyway.
Yeah.
And like,
bro,
but it was short.
You fought? That's who you boxed? You boxed him?
No, I did an MMA fight against Sean Lally, and I dislocated my finger, and I still almost choked him out.
Yeah.
But the next weekend, my buddy Cam Arnold, his opponent, pulled out day of weigh-ins, and he was all disappointed online. I'm like, "What do you want me to weigh?"
Yeah. And you don't need to worry. Fucking Denning is on site, bro. I'll cut 20 pounds today. How did you?
13.
13 pounds in one day?
Yeah. I was like, I'll cut what I can. I'll cut what I can for you, bro. We're good friends. I'll go do what I can. I had hours. This was like 7:30 in the morning.
I had a couple hours. So fuck it. I cut 13 pounds, you know. And
I did too. It was like 2 pounds an hour is what I cut.
Did you ride the Harley to the fights?
He did. He rode his Harley to weigh-ins. And like, so I went and cut all the weight. I'm in my Yukon. I got my sweaty ass clothes in the back that fucking smell on the way up to fucking weigh-ins in Scow Vegas. Fucking, he rides up on his Harley. I weigh in 163. He weighs in 165. I look at him. I'm like, bro, you walk around at like 152. What are you weighing in at one? We go outside to smoke. We fucking have a joint together. Fucking, he weighed in with like all of his clothes on.
He was light.
Like, his wallet in his pocket and like his cell phone and like a bottle of water in his pocket.
A bottle of water, fucking gold watch on, fucking mouthful of food.
Holding his youngest child, like still made the weight. It was fucking hilarious. But
bro, This is my sponsor, Sweet Heel Farms. These are CBD dog treats right here. So you can get these over at their website, sweetheel.com. Fucking. And what I do is give my boy Marco here a couple of them during every show. Fucking bow. It's a little plug there. That's all that was. Yeah. You look dumbfounded.
You were like, weeds over there.
You were like, what?
I probably got a
Go
sticker.
Ahead. Hey, y'all put them dog emojis up. All of you put them dog emojis up. Here we go. What do you got? You got something to show us?
I got the Hayes & Co.
Ooh, Zach Poirier, Hayes & Co.
Zach Poirier. That's
your dispensary?
That's my go-to.
Yeah.
He's actually very informative with like I got into smoking weed when I quit drinking and smoking cigarettes. I really wasn't like much of a weed smoker.
Yes, I did the same thing. When it was time to be done with cigarettes, I was like, okay, what I'll do is when I eat some, I'll just fucking smoke some weed right then.
Yeah.
Use the weed to be like
to get rid of your cigarette craving.
Yeah, get rid of it.
Then I started reading into like the mental health and all the stuff that comes along with marijuana. I'm like, oh, this is probably perfect for what I need. But to be honest, in the beginning, I'm just a pothead. This is an outing for me. Me and you communicating just right now is like me being at a bar because I don't go to the bar.
That's what it's like in Maine, everybody. Don't go.
Well, for one, the bars around here suck. And I do travel a lot. Like I save money by not fucking drinking and smoking cigarettes. So I like to travel, and I travel most of New England all the time with a GMC Yukon towing a trailer going to get motorcycles.
Oh my God. 1 mile to the gallon. Fucking.
I'll do a big plug right now. V-Twin Sin, my clothing line. I'm auctioning up. Oh, can't use the word auction. I'm giving away a 1995 Harley Davidson FXDL Dyna Lowrider. It's got 26,000 miles. The motor's built by Arlen Ness. It's a 96 cubic inch.
You're giving it away?
Giving it away.
How?
You can gain entries by buying either a hat or a t-shirt or a package of both from my website.
I'm buying something. I'm buying a hat.
My website will be done by the end of this week coming. I forgot to even start a website, so I was like, I got to get this done. And I found out that starting a website in 2022 is like the easiest thing.
Go to GoDaddy.com.
I'm like living in 1999, and I'm like, bring me into one of those computer rooms so I can start me one of those internet sites. I'm like,
yeah, dude, I'm in the same boat. When I started PlanetHank.com, see, I've got my CBD company and shit, and you can buy all this CBDs and all this shit on my company, shirts, hats, dude. GoDaddy.com. You'll be on there for like $30, dude. It took me 15 minutes. This shit is dope. And at first I was like, but is this a good one? Is this a good one? And then I realized I was like, what the fuck? I don't know shit about websites. How would I know if it's a good one or a bad one? It doesn't matter. You click on it and it goes. That's what it does.
So I like to keep things to a very personable level. I know people that are in the market of designing websites and doing those things. And the guy that said he can do it was a coworker at my old job, and he was
Sims says, I opened a THC company, but I forgot the website.
You can't forget the website.
Shirt.
Oh, I see that now.
That's his shirt.
So I'm a nonprofit. That's why I'm giving the motorcycle away, and I'm giving the option of cash too. If the person that wins would rather. So you can have the bike. Oh, you're gonna either give them cash. I thought you meant you're gonna give them the option to pay you for it. No, I'm giving them the option to take a cash and if they don't want a bike. So like, I have a very supportive friend, Jeremy Karen. And he's I don't know what he's in he rides a tricycle like for the Dempsey Center all the time. He fucking puts like a bazillion miles on that thing, but he can't ride a motorcycle. He doesn't have the physical capabilities of riding a bike.
Okay, yeah.
But he's still gonna buy and support me. But if he wins, he's gonna be like, I don't want that fucking thing. Give me some money. So it was a thing that I had to think of. If you want that, you would have the option to take cash over, or if you just don't have a motorcycle license, and you don't want a fucking motorcycle in general, you just want a fucking cool hat.
Look how high you are, bro. You're high right now. Are you high?
Bro, how old are you?
39.
39. So you know this I'm a little high, but I'm fucking tired. I stayed up so late last night for the fight.
Yeah, you had an MMA fight, bro.
It wrecks me. They were like, we have to be out of the venue by 10, and I'm like, thank God. Let me out of here early.
This fight needs to be over. I'm done. It's too late.
I had a pretty rough week. The system's very, very flawed that we live in, and it was the same week as that Patty. What's that Patty kid's last name that fights in the UFC?
Patty fucking Pimblett.
Patty Pimblett, yeah.
Patty the baddie.
He talked about men's mental health after his fight, and I ended up in fucking the hospital psych ward because they thought I was crazy. And I'm like, you guys don't listen to men. Like, I'm telling you right now, I should not be here.
Last night?
No, last week.
Oh.
And I'm like, a week before my fight, I'm like, you guys are fucking dumb.
They put you in the fucking mental health ward? They thought you were, because you were training and cutting weight.
No, because I was legitimately having an argument with my significant other, but it was just nothing more than that. It was nothing more than a disagreement.
You guys just got married, what, like 2 months ago?
Yeah. And when we have a disagreement, like, we're normal people about it. Like, we're fucking human.
Yeah.
But it doesn't involve me having to go to fucking St. Like,
oh, they love that shit. If you're young and in shape with tattoos and shit, like, I'm a Marine vet. Are you kidding me? If I raise my voice, I'm going to the fucking goddamn mental hospital in 2 seconds.
Then they wanted to bill me for it.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to be here.
Right. You got to go here.
So you're billing me for this?
Now it's going to cost 2 G's.
You brought me here against... Like, I didn't want to go there, but I was like, okay, we'll go. I'll do your little thing, and I'll get it over with, and we'll be done. And then they want to bill me for it, and they won't let you leave. I'm like, this is the worst hotel ever. Like,
this is the worst hotel I've ever stayed at, man. Fucking, dude. Hey, people like you. People like you.
It wasn't my wife. This is the funny thing. People are like, your wife did. I'm like, no, it wasn't my wife. That's the funny thing.
It wasn't my wife.
Bro, I'm a pro fighter. People know who I am. As soon as people hear a little bit of fucking anything about me,
here we go. Gotta fucking get the popcorn out, and everybody's got to wind this up into fucking bullshit.
But I spend every day of my week trying to. So I started V Twin Sin to raise money for recovery homes in Maine. That's what I initially started it for. But it's grown to 2 out of 10 stars on the Airbnb. That's hilarious.
That's just the link. She's the BKFC female fighter, and actually she just signed over to fucking BYB and is fighting the Pink Tyson. See, a lot of my fans and a lot of my friends that are in the comments are all BKFC and bare knuckle boxers or MMA fighters like yourself. It's like a cooler. It's like a water cooler for everybody to come into here. But she's like a legit badass, like, you know.
So what I've learned, so the V Twin Sin thing, to finish that off, I went towards the military side. The veterans need money too.
Yeah.
And especially for their mental health, substance abuse, and when I was like, what do you want to make this money for? I sound really sexist. It just comes off that way. And they're like,
here we go.
And they're like, why don't you want to do any of this stuff for women? I'm like, because those things already exist. And they're like, what? I'm like, all these things that I want already exist for women, but they don't exist for men.
But
and they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, you guys have things for women who are in abusive relationships, but there's nothing for men that are in abusive relationships.
Yeah.
I'm like, you have things for women who have these mental health problems and these substance, but you don't have anything for men.
Yo, Matt's down at the shit, like straight up. Like, bro, look how serious
that's
you
not
are. You're
everywhere. Like, I know for a fact that's not everywhere. That's not
Pretty much
everywhere
everywhere.
across the United States. I'm just saying specifically in the township that I live in I live in Lewiston, Maine, in the Androscoggin County, there's not a lot of things for these people. And the one person that I know does these things, I work with him all the time. Like, I talk to him all the time. Like, I send people to his business. I refer people to, and now because of that, I've met another group of people that do the same thing. And I didn't know, I've known them for a long time, and I didn't know that's what they did for a living, but they found out about me communicating with them. So now we all talk all the, like, I don't say we talk all the time, but we refer people to those people a lot. A lot of people that have an issue with their mental health will look for some type of thing out. That's why most people become fighters. We want to fight.
Yeah, bro. That's why we smoke weed.
Demons.
That's why we fuck dumbass bitches. That's why we fight MMA. Duh.
It's really, it really is that simple for us. We can just smoke a little bit of weed.
This is healthcare for men right here. You just fucking smoke that, get drunk, get punch face a little bit, and it's like, babe, I don't want to fight with you. Just let me get high and get punched in the face or something, you know?
That the thing is, it's like when I get really mad, I just want someone to just like yoke me out real quick, lay me on the couch. When I come to, I'll think a little bit better and be like, thanks for putting me out. I really needed to relax.
Yeah,
but
bro,
like,
thanks, bud. That's what it's like in the Marine Corps, bro. Someone starts acting crazy and shit, you just fucking beat on them a little extra and be like, yeah, I love you, bro. I fucking hate you, though.
You can't do that with your wife or kids, though.
Oh, yeah. then you're going to fucking jail.
Exactly. So it's like,
in the U.S., if your wife beats you up, you're going to jail, dude. Like, that's it. Your wife punches you in the face, your ass is getting arrested, too. So
it literally took Johnny Depp beating a woman in court for them to be like, all right.
Even acknowledge that it could exist.
So this is what, 100%, this is why I want to get into acting. I posted one video thing on the TikToks, as the kids would call it. And someone like hashtag Johnny Depp in the comments, and it went viral. They're like, you look like Johnny Depp. I'm like, give me some money then.
Boy, here we go. Matt Depp on the...
It's the hair.
Give me the accent. Do the accent.
I can only do the dance.
All right, do the dance.
When he does his little dance run, I watch all the videos because it's so funny to me that he just like prances. Yeah, he prances on the beach, and it's when I do this with my hair. It's when it's like this, I look like a foot. I don't know.
Look like Bieber or something. You look like.
But if I throw it the opposite way.
Now we got a little depth.
I'm a 90s heartthrob. I'm one of those brothers. Like, kids nowadays don't even know I don't remember who they were. The Lawrence brothers.
Yeah. And all the
kids with the long hair. It worked for them. We live in a really fucked up world. Like, the way people idolize certain things and what they're idolizing and all this stuff.
The Jonas Brothers. There we go, Link. See, we both fused ourselves fucking retarded.
Even older than the Jonas Brothers. I'm talking 90s. It was
The
the Lawrence,
Jonas
Matthew
Brothers.
Lawrence. Yeah, Matthew Lawrence.
Yeah.
Sean Lawrence.
Yeah.
I think.
Matt Lawrence. Isn't that from like 90210? Remember that shit?
Yeah.
People
But I'm
don't even
talking
remember
like
that. I don't even know
like
how
Boy,
I just remembered that. Woo!
Boy
That
Meets
was wild.
World. All the. This is why I wear a hat, because my hair is just in my fucking.
Look at this motherfucker. This is a wild ass dude right here. I'm happy to have you on. Look at that.
Shout out to Fuck
Cancer.
They're the leaders of the raising money for people in the motorcycle industry world. Fuck cancer. And for real, fuck cancer. Lost my mother to lung cancer and my stepfather to colon cancer. Cancer sucks.
Yep. Bro, let's get it back off of mental health and cancer and back to smoking pot and giggling about you crashing your goddamn motorcycles into shit or jumping them or something.
So I follow a lot of different guys on YouTube and social media that are involved in the Harley stunt world.
Yeah.
Look into Ryan Cruzy. Shout out to Ryan Cruzy. Cruzy's original. He started the bike giveaway thing. He builds custom shit. I build custom shit. I make crash bars now for bikes. Stomp pads for you to be able to do wheelies, like stomp plates. 12 o'clock bars, scrape pads. Like, you have to be able to make these things on your own, because paying for them from someone else is going to cost you a lot of money. So I was like, if I can make this more affordable for people, more people will be more apt to buy from me. And if they know the money that I'm making from these products is going back into mental health, and we'll keep that on that side, but the money's going to a good place. Bro, we're doing dumb shit. Like, the cops hate us. We're just driving down city streets in Philadelphia,
Absolutely.
400 bikes deep.
No,
Half
definitely.
of them are dirt bikes and four-wheelers that aren't even legal.
No, they do it in Hartford. They do this shit every Sunday in Hartford. They got like 400 motherfuckers out there doing burnouts and shit. It's fucking wild. The cops don't even give a fuck anymore, because it's just like, dude, what are you going to do? You go in
the
there.
Cops do?
And they watch.
They put their backlights on so people know that there's bikes in front of them, and they put their phone up.
They protect. Yeah,
they
try to go viral with everybody else. They be fucking, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't gonna chase no 400 motorcycles nowhere. What the hell are you gonna do to them? All you're gonna do is, it's like trying to catch bees. Like, you start fucking, and they just whips them all up into a frenzy, bro. That's how you cause problems and get everybody racing all over town.
I posted a fucking video of this on Facebook just the other day. If I put red ants into a jar and black ants into a jar, they won't do anything. If I shake that jar, the black ants will blame the red ants will blame the black ants, and they'll start fighting each other. But it's not each other, it's whoever's shaking the jar. Always fucking think about that. Why is what I'm doing a problem? It's not a problem until the police say it's a fucking problem. If you're doing kick flips and using a fucking slab, they hated you. Don't skateboard here.
Jar,
Don't skateboard here. Listen here, fatty. You can't even kick push down the fucking street for longer than 3 seconds without falling over. You're just mad that I can do a fucking kick flip. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Anyone
remember that shit in the 90s, bro? Like, no skateboarding. Like, dude, like, skateboarding's a felony? How? Like, literally, dude. It's like, so I'm not allowed to play a game? And it, like, made sense. Like, made sense. Like, dude, like, it just, I always thought of it as another way. Like, imagine if, like, dribbling a basketball was, like, illegal like that. Like, you're not allowed to play soccer. You guys are playing hacky sack, man, and that's a felony. It's like, dude, a skateboard, you're getting beat up by the cops.
Do you want me to blow your mind?
Yeah.
Do you own or rent?
I rent.
Okay, so you rent. If you were to go to apply for a home, they would ask for like a proof of income and a credit score, right?
Yeah.
With your debt to income ratio and your credit score, they'd base a number that they'd give you a house for. Our government is in trillions of dollars worth of debt. If we went by their debt to income ratio and their credit score, so basically this is how I look at this.
You ain't getting no house, Uncle Sam.
Bro, they wouldn't even be able to buy a fucking Hyundai, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You can't even buy a pre-owned Hyundai.
Yeah. You ain't even driving a Hyundai, bro. You better fucking get on the bus, Uncle Sam, because you're a loser.
When I draw the picture out for people, they really start to hate their job.
Yeah,
like I'm like, why do you go to work every day?
That's why I went to Iraq, bro, because now I don't have to, do a fucking thing. I just do this.
Yeah, but you did have to do a fucking thing. You had to go to fucking Iraq, bro.
Oh, woo!
Yeah.
That's what we do.
And if I took out a picture of my fucking pressure washer wand, a lot of civilians will say that no civilian needs to own some type of weapon like that. I'm like, this is a fucking pressure washer, bro. Like,
it's fire.
Look. There's no reason why any American needs to own themselves a Red Ryder BB gun. There's no reason for it.
I have one.
I've never seen one with one.
I have never.
If you don't have one, you won't learn that you'll shoot your fucking eye out.
Yeah, dude. That's the most, that's the most widely abused weapon there is. Like, for whatever reason, when that motherfucker comes out, people start acting dumb as shit. Okay, like the dumbest shit starts happening. Like fucking, watch this. Watch, pink. Fucking. Usually, I have a friend who shot himself in the hand, and the BB just stuck right in his hand, bro. Couldn't get it out. He's sitting there trying to dig it out. Had to go to the fucking emergency room, bro. It was like, dude, the BB's right in the center. It was like, how did you do that?
I'm gonna tell you the best story of my childhood because of this. One of those pump BB guns, the ones you can pump up.
Pump master.
We pumped it one time, shot it into my brother's foot. Okay, didn't do nothing. Pumped it like 10 times, shot it into my brother's foot. They didn't think it did anything. He puts his sock back on, white sock, starts turning red, pulls it off. The BB's in his foot, bro. We didn't do nothing about it. We didn't want our parents to find out. We tried to think it. I don't feel it anymore. I don't feel it. It's got to be out. It just made me bleed. Puts a Band-Aid over it. So literally 2 years later, not even shitting you, my brother rolls his ankle in a sport in high school. So they bring him to the hospital. They got to give him an x-ray on that foot. He's like, there might be a BB in there. They're like, don't worry. BBs are made out of copper. And it showed up in the x-ray. You could see it.
BB in his foot. Dude, he go, shoot me pump it once and shoot me. Oh, nothing happened. Pump it 10 times and shoot me in the foot.
That's exactly what it was. It was fucking hilarious. Where
shit went wrong, okay? Like, you don't, like...
At this moment, he knew he fucked up.
Bro.
It was like this, like a red circle on the top of his foot. We're like, oh, yeah.
10 times on a pump master is big. That's big time. When you're like 12 and shit, that's a full born. You gotta fucking pump it like that at 10.
I feel like kids don't know what it was like to be kids, like for real.
No, imagine my son. He's 16. I couldn't imagine a couple years ago that he went out there and shot one of his friends off their bike with a pump master and hit him with a pellet right here. I couldn't imagine him telling me a story. And I'll tell you one thing, he made me so proud. I got a phone call where Jordan broke his wrist and fell off his bike. And I'm like, what? And he tells me the story. He goes, yeah, me and my friends fixed up this shitty old bike. And we took it up to the biggest hill. And we were like going down. He goes, it's my fault. I shouldn't have been doing it. And the brakes blew off the bike and I lost it. And I was like, yes, I cannot believe what I'm hearing. You fixed up a shitty old bike? I'm like, bro, absolutely.
You wanted to take him to his favorite place for dinner? Like,
yes, you're getting ice cream on the way home.
I remember I got hit by a car from behind while I was trying to run home to beat curfew one time on my pedal bike. and this must have been fucking probably half-cocked dude fucking ripping in his car, fucking smoked me from behind, fucked me all up, smashed my knees against the ground. That shit doesn't happen to kids. I got hit by a UPS truck parked. I was sitting on my bike one time. He round the corner, smoked me, not paying attention.
I loved it. We had whole neighborhood blowout BB gun wars, like to the point of like, dude, we'd have like 50 kids in the whole neighborhood, fucking just straight up, all through the woods, all through the streets, shooting people, riding their bikes and shit. Loved it. I lived in that now.
I lived in Western New York, like an hour from Buffalo.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my Casadega school kids. Fucking, it was Farmville, bro. It was worse than Maine. But my cousins had a legit cow farm, dairy farm, and they had 4-wheelers and shit. We would huck fucking corn, break them in half, and throw them at each other and have wars while we were doing like 40 on a 4-wheeler.
That's the type of
dumb shit as kid without a helmet on. Like, who knows how to drive a standard? Kinda. You know, you got like your one 11-year-old friend was like, my dad showed me once. All right, we're stealing one of our parents' cars. Only one that they left the keys to is the one that's a standard. We'd be in the bed of a truck with a kid that doesn't even know how to drive a fucking regular car, driving a manual car, and
burning out.
You know, fucking, you're bouncing around because he's doesn't know how to. Yeah, fucking the dumb shit that we did when we were kids don't get to fucking do nowadays.
They do. They just have, I feel like they have to be undercover about it because they have to, like, I don't know. Parents are all over them. I feel like when I was my kid's age and my parents were my age, shit was way different, son. Like, they were like grown-ups and acted all like crazy and shit and like dressed in proper clothes. And I'm looking at myself like, holy fuck. Imagine what my parents would have thought of my ass back then. Like, straight up. That would have been hell no. You know what I mean?
You just thought that they were sophisticated. And
that's what I'm saying. But they weren't. They had
the thing, like, this. The thing is, like, I know third grade teachers. Like, I'm friends with third grade teachers. And I know those girls are at the local dive bar doing lines off the toilet fucking tank.
What the fuck, man?
Fucking pounding 14 White Claws, leaving with the fucking local scumbag drug dealer getting plowed out in the back. And then going to teach third grade the next day, bro. I fucking know how it is.
Yeah.
I see.
How?
You think I want my kid now that I'm sober from alcohol, like, and I'm not in that scene, I'm like, do I really want my kid going to these schools? Like,
no. These kids are fucking ridiculous, man. Like, how?
And then you find out what's going on with the kids in the schools. And I'm like, let me find out, you little 13-year-old punk did something to my 13-year-old daughter. Act like pro MMA fighter dad ain't going to drop elbows on your dad's forehead.
That.
Like, I'm going to beat up your dad, bro.
I will beat up your dad. Fucking.
I will. and if
that's some hardcore shit. Back in third grade, if someone came at me with, I'm going to kick your dad's ass, I would have been like, let's go. Let's fucking go. I would have gone straight to the principal's office. I got to call my dad.
I was 16 years old, boxing at Gamache Boxing at the Armory in Lewiston. And I was getting my gear on, just getting ready for class. And in walks two sets of parents. Each has their kid with them. And I guess they had talked to the principal of their school that their sons kept getting into fights. And they talked to the principal and they agreed to come down to the boxing gym and settle their disagreement in the ring. And I was like, this is dope as shit. So, like, I'm just watching these kids. Like, we had a ref. We had someone in there with them. And these kids were just sparring. They had headgear on. They had gloves and cups. This one dad, though. The dad showed up with his son by himself, no mom, was like screaming at his son, like telling him to kick his ass and all this shit. And then there's a set of parents that looked like just nice, regular, normal parents, but their son was extremely athletic and, like, you could tell was in much better shape than the other kid that was just bigger than him. And the dad just kept yelling and kept yelling. I'm like, bro, if you keep yelling, we're going to go in there. Like, just shut up. And I was like 16 at the time. And these kids were only like 14, like they were close to my age. Like his son was close to my age, and he just kept talking shit.
And the parents are getting crazy about it.
So the ref, the kids are going at it. They both sucked at fighting. So it was like they were letting their frustrations out. The point was being proven, but nothing was really getting accomplished. So, but the dad was still yelling. So the ref stops the fight, and he was like, "You boys go out." And he holds the ring up, and he's like, "Get in here," to the kid's dad. And I was like, told you, motherfucker, they're gonna throw us in there. You keep talking shit. And they were like, they got him headgear, they got him a cup, they got him gloves, and he was like, "We're gonna teach you a lesson." I put a clinic on this fucking 40-year-old dude. I'm like, this is why you don't talk shit. And then I had to go to these kids when I was like 16, and I'm like, you need to be humble, even if you know how to fight, because you don't know. Like, I've known for a long time, you can't look at anyone and know if they're a good fighter. Like, Mighty Mouse will fuck you up. Like, 5'5", 126 pounds, beat the brakes off you. Like,
oh, facts, dude. You can't tell. The people who are the most vicious in jiu-jitsu and shit look like nerds and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
they have mullets now just so they can cover up their cauliflower ears, so that people don't know that they're that good at jiu-jitsu.
Are the new fucking cauliflower ears. For real. You start checking one of them fucking things out, and you start to realize, oh, yeah, it's the new hockey player hair.
Exactly.
You definitely are into jiu-jitsu or fighting or some sort of fucking boxing if you got the mullet.
Look at my non-existent cauliflower.
Me neither. I've done it my whole life. Wrestling, fucking jiu-jitsu.
I got a little bit. I got a little bit on this one.
Yeah, that was a little tiny tore up. He goes, so being short is in now. John Ward's like this fucking tall, bro. Badass motherfucker. Like that tall and like he could actually fight for a fucking
I know a bunch of guys that are short. Like, I'm not tall. I'm 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah, me
depending
too.
on
shit. I'm 5'7". Yeah. John Ward's 4'7" though, and his ass fucking runs around. Fucking. You don't even have to level change to get the takedown. He just.
That's exactly it. You don't have to. But, hey man, let's get together and talk. I got a bunch of shit that I gotta like. Today's my Saturday because yesterday was fight day, so now I gotta do all the honeydew list and the stuff I gotta do for myself. But we will definitely chat again soon. I'll hit you up, not on the live, about what I got going on this week for some things, and I'll see if you can come in and maybe get some video done. And
hell yeah, brother.
We can do it on the live if you're interested. I got another kid videoing too, but my promotional video, it's way up here. I don't know when the next time you're going to be.
Well, I'll hit you up about it because there's something else I got to tell you too.
Okay. All right, man.
Yeah. Later. Thanks for coming on, brother.
In a second.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on. Peace. Planet Hank live show, planethank.com. Matt Denny.